Hi, this is Jason of Horrific Nightmares, and today I'm going to be doing a review for you for 1988's Edge of Sanity, starring the late, great Anthony Perkins. Now, Edge of Sanity clocks in at 91 minutes, and according to the back of the Scream Factory Blu-ray, is supposed to be the uncut version, but I'll talk a little bit about that later. Now, I'm not going to say the name of the director because he's French, and I don't know how to pronounce it, and I don't want to butcher the guy's last name. Edge of Sanity is an interesting movie because it's kind of a mashup of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde and Jack the Ripper, and stars Anthony Perkins as Dr. Henry Jekyll. Now, Dr. Jekyll is experimenting with a drug. The drug is cocaine. He's using it on himself and finds that it gives him strength, and he's able to stay up late to do his reports and work until the wee hours of the morning. He's using it on patients as from what I could see, like a numbing agent. And he's also testing it on a monkey that is in his laboratory. Now, as he's testing it on the monkey kind of goes a little crazy and spills a chemical into the cocaine, and it starts to smoke. Dr. Jekyll inhales the smoke, and Jack Hyde is born. And I guess what we're supposed to get from that is it's basically the introduction of crack cocaine. Now, when he does this, it kind of makes him a psychopath slash, a little bit more, in my opinion, a sexual deviant. And this takes place like in London, and I believe it's around the turn of the century. And it kind of takes you into the seedy underworld of the brothels and prostitution and stuff like that. And I'm kind of going to leave it there, although there is a part in the beginning which I'm not going to talk about. I think maybe contributes a little to his sexual deviancy. If you guys have an opinion on that, comment below and let me know what you think. But I originally saw this movie in 1989. Shortly after it came out, I rented it on VHS, and I absolutely loved it. I don't understand why it's not talked about more often, and why some of the reviews I've seen, it kind of gets beat up on a little bit. I mean, I do understand that, and in my opinion, the movie is definitely a product of its time. The crack cocaine epidemic, according to an article I read, was from 1984 to 1990, so that puts it right around in that time. And it also said that the crack cocaine kind of came into the United States in the late 70s, early 80s, and by about the mid 80s was at its peak. Like I said, I guess, to me, it's a product of its time, and I can see where people would think it's a little, I guess the movie's a little outdated, but to me, growing up in that era, I think it's imaginative, and it's a social statement on how little we knew about, crack cocaine at the time. But regardless, I'm going to give the movie a 7 out of 10, maybe a 7.5. We'll go with a 7.5 out of 10. I really do like this movie, and the uncut part, it has been so long since I've seen it that I'm not able to tell where the cuts were and where they weren't. I know the movie has, a bit of gore, and I think it's done well. It doesn't really have a high body count, but I think it's interesting. Now, this is part of Scream Factory's Anthony Perkins double feature. On Destroyer, he doesn't really have much of a part. This is where he, I think, shines as an actor. And a little bit about Anthony Perkins. He died in 1992 due to complications from pneumonia Apparently, he was diagnosed with HIV when he filmed Psycho 4, and I think the world lost a great actor. I've always liked him. The Psycho movies were excellent. Um, Seeing him in some of his earlier work, I like that as well. And like I said, I think I am going to give Edge of Sanity a 7.5 for my opinion. Um, to me, it has good replay value, and I'm really glad I watched it again. But let me know what you guys think. Like I said, it has gotten beat up, and it's definitely a product of its time. Um, but let me know what you guys think about Edge of Sanity, and comment in the comment box below. And I'll see you guys on the next review. Peace.